Hello everyone, welcome back. So today it's all about the Cha Chaga. So if you saw my video from my mail call from my brother Ron T. Sawyer, again brother, thank you very much. I've been having so much fun playing with this stuff. You would have seen the pieces of chaga that he gave me. I'm going to throw a clip in right now. And then here it is. Here's the gold. Look at this, folks. This is chaga. Wow. Ron, brother, I can't thank you enough. I have literally waited 5 years to hold this in my hand. All right, so that was the chaga, right? About the size of my fist was the good piece. And then these pieces here are obviously good pieces also, but not for fire making. This is the stuff you would make your tea from. So we'll put that aside. Then, from that fist-size piece, I made these 3 categories. And again, I'm not an expert. You know, chaga is the true tinder fungus. It's been used for thousands and thousands of years. Otzi the Iceman, the one that was found, the natural mummy that was found in the Italian Alps, he had some on him, okay? You know, the Neolithic period, they would carry pyrite and flint and chaga, and that's how they would make fire. And then they would carry birch bark containers, and they would put a piece of that in there, and they would travel with it, and because it lasted a long time. I mean, a piece like this, and I'll explain a little bit further, would burn a long time. I would guess a piece like this would probably burn at least an hour, maybe longer. Okay, so it's been used for like I said, for thousands and thousands of years, you know, for fire making, besides the medicinal properties of it. But today we're going to concentrate on the fire making. So out of that piece, I have these chunks. And then here I have powder and a couple pieces. And then here I have the gold. Okay? This is what I got out of that fist-sized piece. This is the good stuff, okay? You can see the difference. See the color difference? And this, very hard. We can get this to light, but it's not easy. This stuff here, I don't know if you can see it, it's spongy. This is the stuff you want for making fire. This stuff could be used for carrying the fire. But even better to have this, a big chunk of this, to carry your fire. So let me kind of clear this up a little bit, and then we're going to start making some fire various ways. Alright, I forgot to tell you, I just took that piece, I used my little, this is actually like a coping saw blade in here, and I just cut it. And to get the powder, all you have to do is just take something like this and scrape it off, or you can use one of those 4-in-1 rasps files and scrape it off to get the powder. Alright. So, first up, we get a little piece. I'm going to use this sparingly because this is all I got. I have my horsehead striker made out of a 100-year-old file that I forged. And I have a piece of Florida chert. I'm going to take this chaga, place it right there. Whoa, dropped it. Look at that. Beautiful. I love the smell of this burning. It smells just like Amadou. So we'll place that down there. Another thing I want to mention, when you pull it off the tree, and it grows on dying birch trees. When you get it off the tree, unless it's been out there for quite a while and it's been in the sun, which it probably wouldn't be because fungus really doesn't like the sun, it's going to be wet. Okay, so you need to dry this stuff out. So what I did was I put my oven on the lowest setting, which happened to be 170 degrees. Once it hit that temperature, I shut it off. Okay, I let it cool down a little bit, so it was probably maybe 100, 120 degrees in there. And I just put my pieces on this tray and stuck it in the oven and left it there for about an hour. And by the time I got back to it, it was dried out. See how this, it totally consumes itself. And again, that was a tiny little piece. Imagine if you had a piece that was like this big. Okay, so there's the first method, flint and steel. Here I have some La Fontana vintage cigars, handmade in Honduras. Nah, just kidding. So this is a little cigar box that contains the first fire piston I ever made. And I made this kit a while back. It looks pretty much like the newer one that I made that's in the wax canvas, except this one doesn't have the screw on the bottom. That's why I made that one. So you can't store this one together. You have to store it separately. So this has my char cloth in it, but we're not going to use that. The little tool, some Vaseline. Get a little Vaseline. Sorry about if you can hear the weed whacker. My neighbor is weed whacking. As I mentioned before, I do film outside. Alright, so we got our Vaseline around the seal. Let's clear this out of the way. Alright, we're going to get a little piece of chaga. Place it in the end. See that, folks? And then you'd poke that out and you start your fire with that. So we got, by doing that, you'll put it out. So we have our flint and steel. We have our fire piston. Now we're going to get a magnifying glass, but obviously I got to go out and get into the sun. So let me reposition this and I'll give you a shot of that. Alright, hopefully this all shows up. That does not take long. Alright, let me get back to the table and we'll wrap this up. Alright, so we saw the flint and steel. We saw the fire piston. We saw the magnifying glass. So here we have some of the dust made from this. This is harder to ignite than that soft, spongy stuff. As you saw, I mean, it was one strike with the flint and steel. You know, one shot with the fire piston. The magnifying glass touched it. I can't even, a tenth of a second, and the thing went up. Again, the soft, spongy stuff, dry, is unbelievable. This stuff is a little bit tougher, okay? So this would be good with a magnifying glass. Concentrate right on there and get that going. So we have the dust, and I'd be remiss not to be use a ferro rod, right? So I have my Nathan 4071 El Cuatro and high-speed striker with my draw pull handles. Let's give this a shot. Pretty sure it's going. Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3 spots. Hopefully you can see that smoke coming out. And there you go. So now you can let that grow. You know, use the end of your knife to pick it up, put it into your bird's nest. You could pick some of that up very carefully and make a divot in here and lay that in there and let this take off. Just another way to use the chaga. So, again, I have to thank my brother Ron. All this wonderful, wonderful chaga. This has just been a fun couple days playing with this. Hopefully you all enjoyed this. And like I always say, and I truly, truly mean, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your views. And I hope you're having a great day. And we'll see you on the next one.